Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Final Fantasy draft here on the channel. Climbing up the mythic ladder, hopefully in this draft. Our first pack doesn't have a great rare. Summoner's Grimoire, 4 mana, you get a 1/1, and that's just too small, regardless of whether you get to put stuff into play when it attacks, because it just doesn't defend you very well, and if you are able to attack, then you have to also have a big thing in play, and instead of doing that, you could just like put a reasonable 4-drop in your deck and then just cast a 5-drop your following turn. So yeah, I think Summoner's Grimoire is not a playable card you should be putting in your deck. There is also Prompto Argentum, solid 2-drop, haste, kind of does some stuff with big spells, but just nice little bit of damage. Zidane is really nice as a way to be like top end card for your red-white aggro deck. And then there is Sephiroth's Intervention, which we're going to take here. Just great kill spell in black. You might notice I didn't mention the Graha Tia. I haven't seen this card do much in the set. It just hasn't been that impressive to me, but Sephiroth's Intervention has been excellent. Wow, so this follow-up pack is really, really strong. There's Torgal, a Fine Hound, which is a fantastic uncommon. There is Garland, Knight of Cornelia, which is a really good uncommon as well. There is Dragoon's Wyvern, which is a fantastic common, would put us into blue-black. Weapons Vendor is solid. And then Town Greeter as another green card. So I'm inclined to take Torgal, a Fine Hound. The logic being, if I take Torgal, there's like a... I don't know the exact way of putting the math on it, but there's like a 15 to 20% chance Town Greeter wheels. That happens sometimes, especially in a pack that's pretty strong like this, where there's like 1, 2, 3. Like, some people take this card. The special card is Deadly Dispute. Not a card I like to prioritize that much. There is also the Garland, which is a fantastic card, but it's really hard to like take a multicolored card this early in the draft. So I think it's between Torgal. I think my second pick here is Dragoon's Wyvern. Honestly, I think this card's really nice as well. Torgal's just fantastic, though. Okay, pick 3. Well, we have some interesting stuff to consider. Samurai's Katana is really, really strong if you can put it into either red-black or red-white. Red-white is obviously its preferred home. So that's a really strong card in that shell. Plays well with the Weapons Vendor we just passed. There is also another Zidane. There is a Thunder Magic. Thunder Magic's interesting here because I think in red-green I'd rather have Thunder Magic, but in black-red I'd rather have the Katana. There's also Ahriman, which is a like black card to go with Sephiroth's Intervention. Black isn't seeming that open right here, though. And then there's Ilmeg Pixie as a 2-drop. So if I had taken the Dragoon's Wyvern, this would be more tempting. I think it's between the Katana and the Thunder Magic. I'm going to take the Katana. We are passing a lot of red-white stuff, so it's less likely we'll be able to get into red-white. But we'll take the Katana anyway. And now there's a Weapons Vendor to go with the Katana. There is a Ambrosia Whiteheart. This card does some serious work. You can use it to like reset your job select equipment, skip back those creatures. There's Cornered by Black Mages, which plays well in black-red. That's like the best home for this card. Getting 1/4 pick could be a bit of a signal. So for me, I'm like, okay, can I play red-white? There's an Opera Love Song as a bit of a card advantage spell, but I don't prioritize this. I just like play it occasionally if I have it. So Weapons Vendor, Ambrosia Whiteheart, Cornered by Black Mages are the 3 main considerations. There's also Chocobo Kick to go with Torgal. I'm going to take the Ambrosia Whiteheart. If we can get red-white to be open, it'll be pretty good. I don't think red-white... I think red-white might be contested in this draft because of the Zidanes that we passed, but that's how it goes sometimes. Now there is White Auracite and there is Saz's Chocobo. I love Saz's Chocobo. Pick 5 is late to see one, but pick 5 is also late to see White Auracite. I'm not going to spend too much time thinking about whether other people are drafting those Zidanes, because if it's correct for me to draft red-white in my seat, it's going to be correct for me to draft red-white in my seat. The Retrieve the Esper is also a solid card, though it put me into a 5th color in 5 picks. Chocobo's nice, goes with the Torgal. Green is seeming a little open. We saw Chocobo's kick last pack. Oh, man. I'm going to take the Chocobo. I think it's more powerful. And then we're bouncing back to white with the Weapons Vendor pickup here. There's also You're Not Alone, which is a solid card. Yep. Missing out on a White Auracite would be tough. think this is an easy weapons vendor, though. And now there's Heck Dies pretty late. There's also a Grand Pulse Ochu, Undercity Dire Rat. Maybe I just take the Ochu. Get deeper into green. Heck Dice is fine, but has not been crazy. And then we get a Summon Fat Chocobo, so that's a pretty reasonable card to get pick 8. Sahagins pretty good in a lot of decks. Seeing a red-green land. I guess we could be a green-white deck. World Map. Summon Chocomog. I don't like Haste Magic. It is pretty reasonable with Summon Fat Chocobo, though. The Haste Magic, that is. Guess we could take the land. I'll take the Summon Chocomog. If I end up in green-white, maybe I'll like it. I did wheel the Town Greeter, as I suspected I might. So we'll take that. And now, Goo Gardener. Getting into green has seemed worthwhile. I'll take Relentless X. It tends to play well with a lot of the cards I have, like the mana ramp guys, Town Greeter to mill it over sometimes. Green-black land came around. Interesting. We did not see a lot of black, which maybe means we'll be able to capitalize. So green was open there. That was pretty clever of us to get into that color. Here, there is not a good card in this entire pack. That is wild. Okay, I'm exaggerating. So we have a couple of white cards here. The red cards did not keep flowing. We did not see a lot of red to go with this Katana. We saw one black card that we first picked, and then we did not take any other black cards, really. We've got a good start for just any kind of green deck. Green-black would go well with our land. I think Retrieve the Esper is the best card in this pack, so maybe we take that over Ahriman. Ahriman's also fine. White Mage's Staff is fine. You know what? I'll just take the Ahriman. I don't want the Excalibur. This pack is pretty weak. I think it's between this and Retrieve the Esper. Staff is also an option. White didn't seem that open. We saw the weapons vendor, I guess. We saw a relatively late white Auracite. But our cards all fit well into black-green. Like, all of our green cards fit well into black-green. Regardless of whether we saw a lot of black pack 1. This is an interesting spot. I'm glad I have the Saz's Chocobo. There's Quina. Q Gourmet. What tokens do I make, though? I don't have any token make. Oh, I have the Summon Fat Chocobo. So this guy might wheel. This card's the best card in the pack, the Dragoon's Wyvern. There's Tonberry. I don't love it in black-green. Malboro's fine. Ambrosia Whiteheart number 2. Oh, man. I think we'll just take the Dragoon's Wyvern. If we end up in blue-green, we'll love to have it. Black-green's not looking crazy open anyway. And now there is Combat Tutorial to go in blue-green. I think we'll just take Chocobo Kick, though. We're guaranteed to play it. It's going to be a great card in our deck. Plays well with Saz's Chocobo. Plays well with Grand Pulse Ochu. I love Shantoto. I don't like Ride the Shapoof that much. Shoopuff? I don't know. I saw a relatively late Heck Dies pack 1 now that I'm thinking about it. Also, I'm streaming this live on Twitch, so if you see me interacting with folks, that's what it is. We're just going to make one pile that has all of our cards of other colors in it. But Chocobo Kick is going to be nice interaction regardless. Okay, now there is Renoa Heartily. Interesting, that card's really solid. Akroma's Will seems messed up to me, though. I haven't gotten to play with it. But basically, even though it's really hard to read, it says creatures you control gain Flying, Vigilance, and Double Strike until end of turn. At instant. Or you can give your creatures lifelink, indestructible, and protection from each color. Just seems insane to me. Flying, Vigilance, and Double Strike is so much for 4 mana. Just blows me away. Okay, green-white is back on the menu, folks. Magitech Armor or Fate of the Suncrest? We did have to pass a Renova for it, but Chroma's Will seems crazy to me. Fate of the Suncrest or Magitech? I'll take Magitech. And then we get a Paladin's Arms over a Geisal Greens. Geisal's okay. Geisal's probably better. Especially because I could still switch away from white. Like, I don't have to play the Akroma as well. I could play green-black splashing white as well if green seemed particularly open. Okay. Gladiolus Emacitia is a great card. Also, Rydia, Summoner of the Mist, is a great card. Both of them in the same pack. Not the greatest to see for me, but I do like Gladiolus. Rydia is also reasonable. And Gladiolus would help us splash the Akroma's Will. Okay, Zidane. World map, this card. Two or more other legendary creatures transform it and buff your legendaries. Yeah, not the greatest. Let's take Zidane. White Mage's Staff Wield. That's crazy. Blitzball Shot, probably at its best in this sort of deck. Marlboro Wheeling is interesting too. So there's Prompto. So it could be red-green still. Rydia's Return is wild. This should be a good green-white deck. We have a lot of the good payoffs for it. Precious Wanderings is perfect for me if I want to play a splash of this Akroma's Will in red-green. Okay, pack 3, here we go. Snowvilliers for a green-white deck. Slash of Light as a kill spell. I kind of want to just take Snowvilliers. Slash of Light's fine. There's not a good green card, and Snow can be good in this deck, I think. Okay. Zach Fair. Side quest Raise a Chocobo's mediocre for me. Lionheart's not the greatest. This land could be okay if I wanted to splash red. I don't really need to splash red, but I could get a red source from this. So I play one mountain. This would get a red source. Then I play like this could be a red source. Could also just take Fate of the Suncrest. Yeah, let's just take solid cards in my colors, shall we? Quina now. Q Gourmet. So this makes a token. I passed up on the one thing that made tokens. This makes a token. Geisal Greens makes a token. White Mage's Staff makes a token. Quina seems pretty good in my deck. Love this card. Love this card. Love this card. Creature count at 16. I don't know if I need this card in the deck. Might be a bit slower to the ground. I do love You're Not Alone. I have found it wheels a lot, though. Maybe we just take Balam and just play that top-end threat. Whoa! Summon Fenrir. Our red splash is looking more and more appealing here. Because now we have Precious Wanderings. We have Summon Fenrir. So a single mountain. And we also have Torgal, which can help us. I love Quarrel. I think this card's solid, but Summon Fenrir is messed up. Another Weapons Vendor. Slash of Light. We'll take Slash of Light. We have a pretty good go wide deck. We We don't have a lot of equipments for weapons vendor. It's fine, though. We'll play the one we have. Not a Magitech deck here. Quarrel, Ambrosia. Ambrosia plays well with a good number of our cards. We'll take Quarrel, though, because we already have one, and we don't want to get double legendaried. Chocobo kick really late here. Nice. So we don't have to worry about splashing these cards, I don't think. Slash of Light number 2. We can see if that works out for our deck. We'll take Crossroads Village now, just to make our mana more consistent. I kind of want to splash red, honestly, for Zidane. Zidane's a really good card. And Gladiolus is also a really good card. Samurai's Katana is a really good card. World map or third Slash of Light. We'll take the world map here. If we do want to splash, it could be just we want perfect. We did although You're Not Alone. And Quarrel came back. Okay. The more good cards we get, the less likely we need to splash red just for a Zidane. We can just be a dreamy 2-color deck. Especially because we have so many playables here. Our colors were very open. And Samurai's Katana is not a great splash anyway. So let's just see. Okay. So this is 3 red cards. Gladiolus is really strong. Zidane. Okay. Let's think. I don't like Summon Chocomog. I just never have. 1, 2. So this would be 16, 17 lands, 9 green sources, 8 white sources, 2 red, 3 red, 4 red, 4.5 red, 5.5 red. And I would gain access to Zidane, Gladiolus, and then I would not play Katana. I would not splash that. Is it worth it? I don't think I want Relentless X. I don't think I want Gigantode. Town Greeter is not seeming great in my deck. I don't really want Blitzball Shot. My creature count is still high. Am I getting enough power level to justify the splash? Because I have the world map, so this is part of my mana base. I don't think so. I don't think it's worth splashing here. We can always revisit it later. This is 17 lands. I don't think I need Town Greeter. I have no graveyard synergy, so it's just a 2-mana 1/1 that draws a land, which is fine. I also don't think I need the Gubu Gardener. I don't need Precious Wanderings now that I've changed my strat. What else could I cut? Weapons Vendor is still fine. Greases the Wheels. It's another card in play for my Rydia's Return and my Akroma's Will. And my Slash of Light. I might just rather have a combat trick than the double Slash of Light. Yeah. We'll try it like this for now. We can always make changes later. And I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the people who support my work directly via Patreon at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. if you have been enjoying my videos, if you've been finding them helpful, if you've been finding them entertaining, if you've been finding them both, then Patreon is the way to give back to the channel and help me make more videos in the future while gaining access to cool bonus content like my card by card tier list and my format thoughts document, as well as other cool rewards. I want to give a special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It makes a huge difference. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round one. We'll keep this hand. Not a lot of creatures in this hand, but our deck has like 14 kind of creatures. Okay, we'll get white mana. We have a good number of creatures, so we're likely to draw something. And I have to imagine this is one of our worst hands that we could be working with, so maybe I should play Gubu Gardener over land. Well, there's Akroma as well. So if we get enough creatures into play, we should be fine. Okay, they're going to mill us. Is that what I'm understanding from this scenario? Just going to be mana efficient still, because next turn I can go Fenrir plus Slash of Light, maybe. Just what I was hoping for. This is like, it's not GG, but like it turned their 5 mana play into a take 4 extra damage play. And now Akroma as well might just kill them next turn. Sahagin, so casting that for just 1 mana. Nice. Okay. So they are not quite dead, but it's close. Let's just think about this. So I want to crew this thing up. Use it to Chocobo kick the Sahagin. And then attack them. If they have Ice Magic, then I can replay Magitech Armor, which is fine. Sure. I was like, okay with that exchange. I'm at a high enough life total that I think I'll be able to manipulate this game into a winning spot for myself. Okay, triple triad, sure. So they're all tapped out, so that's game. So Akroma's Wealth gives double strike, right? Yeah. Okay, so play Geisal greens. Crew this up. Flying Vigilance at double strike to the team. Yep, got the win. Pretty strong, you could say. Nice. See you next round. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this. We do need to draw some lands, but 1 land is a good start. 1 more will get the job done. Play my green card out because I'm more limited on green and it will hit harder when I'm attacking back for damage. This thing giving lifelink can matter as well. I want a large, complex board state here. Hey, Asteroid Down, nice to see you. Okay, now they're attacking. That's confusing. Why did they attack this turn but not last turn? They have Fate of the Suncrist. That is fine. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked. I was considering not attacking. Sure. I think they might be dead next turn if they tap out. Double strike for everything, flying, vigilance. Plus that is an 8 extra damage. So I have 5, 10. Yeah, they're definitely dead if they tap out. Sure. What do they have for a single white mana that could stop this? Nothing. Nice. Keep it going. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this. Our deck is feeling really strong. Our one creature is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. I'm glad we have Blitzball instead of Slash of Light here, though. Okay. It's funny because we're both going to be taking damage here, and then Chocobo Kick is going to kill that guy. This is not the ideal start. Resentful Revelation after Cecil is a weird thing to do. Okay, so they are playing white-black. And the reason why it's a weird thing to do is because it's not adding to your pressure, and this card's really trying to pressure your opponent. Like, if you're dealing 2 damage to both players whenever you attack, it's like, okay. Yeah, I'm not blocking. It's literally the same amount of damage for both of us. Mm-hmm. I'm going to cycle Balamti Rexor. Okay. No attacks. I don't love doing this, but I also think it's kind of necessary. I need to find more creatures to draw. Looks like they're lacking creatures too, maybe. Next turn I take 6. I'm probably losing this game. I should have just used, I don't know, I was going to use Quirrell to tap this guy. Could have used Blitzball Shot to save it. Dana does really brutal for me here. That's not good. Not good. I think I'm dead here. I don't think I played this game terribly, but I also didn't play it great. And I didn't really have a good draw. Really? Paladin's Arms, okay. Yeah, those Chocobo kicks were not particularly helpful. Sure. Okay. Are you kidding me? You're joking, right? You're joking. That was their top deck. You're kidding, right? There's some laughing matter going on. Like, oh my gosh. Wow. I literally did everything, and then they top deck their Primal Garuda, which is like the best possible card they could have. Oh my gosh. I'm so frustrated with that. That's so brutal. Oh my gosh. Literal, I can't imagine a better card for them to have there. Oh my gosh. I couldn't even have tapped it with the Quirrell, so it wouldn't have mattered really either way. Gosh darn it. Welcome to another round. We'll keep. Quina. So if I could wait until to play the White Mage's Staff, then Quina can do some serious work. But an extra frog is not worth not playing a 2-drop. Unless... I know what I'm getting rid of. I've not loved Hexeyes in this set. I guess this leaves me vulnerable to cornered by black mages. Or we both just light on creatures. Fighting with our great gifts. I'm gonna hold this land to protect against another Hexeyes effect. I hate this. Oh my gosh. I would be in such good shape against just like normal draws. I feel like I have a lot of creatures in my deck. Instead, I'm just living in misery. Oh, misery. Why? Oh my god. Oh, this game is over. I've drawn 1 creature, 2 creatures, 3 creatures. I don't know. Oh, misery. Oh, sweet misery. Yeah, I should kill this thing now. I should have killed it on my turn to prevent the extra ping. Oh gosh. Like, they have to have a kill spell because, unlike me, they actually will have spells in their deck. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like, when you draw, like, a reasonable distribution of spells and lands... I mean, I had some spells in my hand, I just couldn't use any of them because I didn't draw one of my 15 creatures. Oh my gosh. I guess trading my, 2/2 for the Hexeyes wasn't great. My gosh, that was tough. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this. So far, we're undefeated when we've drawn Akroma's Will and winless when we haven't. Though to be fair, the games where we haven't drawn Akroma's Will have also featured horrific draws, so that's fun. This is a bit of a combo. The Chocobo and the White Heart to get it back. Though we're not going to save it. No blocks. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of our hand, I think we can afford to block. We'll keep our creature in play. This is going to be a tough one for me to win. Weapons vendor is fantastic. Well, that guy hits like a truck. Okay. Hmm. Sure. Sure. I draw a land here. Maybe I'm still in this. I don't know. I have to find an answer to the Freya. I actually have some pretty decent outs here. I have my +3/+3 card, which should be good enough. +3/+3 on my whole board would be 2, 6, 8, 10, 13, 15, 13, 16, 19, 22. That's an insane choice. Oh no, that's why they're doing it that way. Okay, yeah. So I have one draw. Or Akromas. Akromas would also do it. Unfortunately, that's not it. Wow. What an unsatisfying draft. That was really unlucky. Yeah, I feel like my deck was solid, and then I just did not draw a composition of spells and lands. Like, the spells that I drew were all the, like, supplement spells, which maybe means I had too many supplement spells, but I don't know. In that matchup in particular, it was like I had to kind of use my cards as I drew them. My creature count is at 12 here, but remember that I also have the Guy Saw Green, so that's up to 13. I have this card, which is up to 14. This is up to 15. So I really have 15 creatures in my deck, which is like a very reasonable number for this sort of thing. Maybe instead of the Blitzball, I mean, the Blitzball shot was in a game where I had no creatures. I could have played this instead of a land. That might have been better. But I don't think the splash would have been worth it. Sometimes you just have drafts like this where, I mean, we drew our Akroma will twice and showed off how powerful that was. But overall, felt like we were like kind of in just back foot situations a lot. We didn't really get to have a draw where we went like 2-drop into 3-drop or forbid 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop. I probably should have cut Grand Pull Sochu. I'm not sure that card was great, but I do have 2 Chocobo Kicks it's really good with. I have plenty of like good mix of spells and stuff. Some really good like finishers for my go wide strategy a little bit. It just really didn't materialize there, and sometimes that's how Magic goes. And so these are the sorts of drafts that you have to get used to if you're going to be playing Magic and hoping for the best. But like, I don't know, I felt like I played pretty well and just got really punished, and yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. I hope you enjoyed it regardless. And if you did make it all the way to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag will, because Akroma's will was the key to victory. And it was pretty nice when we drew it. That's going to do it for this one, though. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.